What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge in 5. More best bets for the night in sports. And boy, I tell you what, I'm fired up and I am warmed up because we just got done with almost a full hour on the Early Wedge. If you didn't get a chance to check it out on demand. But you have less than 24 hours to do it because the WGC starts on Wednesday this week. But we killed it, and we're going to grind together and cash together Patrick McDonald and Sia Nejad. But on this show, it's about today. Let's bring in the stars of the show, and I've got issues with all three of them. Actually, I've got issues with only two of them. Speculator, no issues with you. It's great to see you and you alone. How are you, Specty?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good to see you back here, Coach. It's good to have that energy brought to the show. Always love it.
Thank you. And that's why you're one of my favorites, because you don't cause me any stress like Mr. Bread Bowl over here. What am I looking at on social media? Drop the bread. This the bread. This the bread. Explain the bread, Jaime.
So, Coach, when you actually hit bets, what happened is you get money, and a lot of people call it the bread. So everybody who follows my bets knows that all we do is deliver the bread.
Oh, my God.
And more particularly, as of lately, the absolute hype train of Brook Lopez. I really wish that Brook Lopez was playing tonight. He plays on the 23rd, so that will be a play I have most likely. But the one thing that you can guarantee you won't find bread is in your bracket, Coach. I don't know if you've checked, but you're ranked right now 1,424th in our league with a max point total of 58. I think I might already have more than 58 points. And I rank somewhere in the 200s. And my final is actually still alive.
Jaime, do you think I care about a bracket? The last week, I've called the players, the Valspar, been to Fort Lauderdale, hosted those bracket shows for CBS Sports HQ, was featured on CBS Sports Network with my entire bracket. Do you think I can worry about dealing with you and competing with you? There's stars in this game. Stars in this game. You should just say thank you that I show up here. That's what Garrett does in the chat. Where's Garrett? He says, thank goodness, Coach is back. I agree.
All right, so as long as we can agree, the bracket's not looking good for you, Coach. That works out well.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. That's fine, because all I know is that the first team that I wanted out to bust my bracket was the Arizona Wildcats. So thank you, Jaime, for leading right into Mr. EC. How are you feeling these days, sir?
Not good, and even worse today. You know what? Seriously, you had to jinx
first.
You and your jinx of Arizona. Seriously, I know why you did that. I know why you did it. I'm not going to call out other national personalities, Jay Billis among them, who purposely went out of their way to jinx U of A like you did. Disgusting.
That's why when Jaime teases me about my bracket, I don't care. I put the entire bracket together so that my team could hopefully beat your team, and that's all I cared about. I didn't care about winning. I don't care about Jaime talking trash. I don't care about any of that. It was just about me and you. That's it. So if I ever had another chance to compete against you in some type of a bracket challenge, I would welcome the opportunity. I don't even know where that could be. I just don't even know. If you can think of something, think of something.
I'll get back to you on that, Coach.
Okay,
I'll get back to you on that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So it's time to get to our board for the day. And I feel like when I'm here, I just kind of lift Specty up a little bit. I give him the respect that he deserves being in the first spot on the show. So, Speculator, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Coach. We're going to start with Jason Tatum over 36.5 points of rebounds at -121. I know Tatum burned me last time on his birthday with a terrible shooting night, but I'm willing to give him another chance today because of the matchup he's getting. He's playing the Sacramento Kings, who allow the 5th most points to small forwards at 23.56, and the Kings are 29th in the league in opponent field goal percentage at 49%, 28th in the league in opponent points per game at 118.3, 26th in the league in 3-point percentage allowed at 37.3%, and the Kings are on a back-to-back. All of that is just a great matchup for Jason Tatum, and I do like the points and rebounds approach better than the straight points because in his last 10 games, he's averaged 9.9 rebounds, and that's with the 3-rebound game he just had. He's looking to get more of that 10, 11 range, and I'll give him a little bit of a cushion for those points. That's why we're on Jason Tatum, points and rebounds over 36.5.
Taylor in the chat says Tatum is projected to have a night. I agree, Taylor, as our lead data scientist at SportsLine just educated us on. Specty, great way to start the show. Now, all kidding aside, the fact that Brook Lopez has been cashing every single day has allowed Jaime to earn the maestro spot. So it begs the question, who's going to go second? Who's going to go third? EC, I don't want to make you waste any more time. I see your brain's just busted. Somebody called you my long-lost son from college, and you're older than I am. It's crazy. So if you don't mind, you are up next, sir.
Oh, thank you, Coach. We're gonna target the CBI tonight. I got 3 college basketball plays tonight. We're gonna target the semifinals of the CBI. You know, we all know a lot about Eastern Kentucky and Southern Utah. The under is, I think I got it at 153. This line is all over the board. Started at 156.5. I've seen it as low as 151. We're gonna go with 153 because that's what I saw this morning. Now, Southern Utah ranks just above a certain team in points per game this year with 82.2. And that's the University of Arizona. Now, they can't stay above them for the whole year. So that's why we need this game to go under tonight. Now, in all seriousness, 5 of their last 8 games have gone under this number. Both of the last Eastern Kentucky games have gone to OT. They've got no legs left. They're playing 3 in a row, 2 overtime games back-to-back. They have to slow the pace against Southern Utah. Otherwise, they're going to get smoked. 11 of the last 13 non-overtime Eastern Kentucky games have gone under this number. I think this game is played in the 70s and not 80s. And therefore, I'm playing this under. I'd go as low as 150.5. So we got it at 153, so we'll roll with that. In the other semifinal, we have Charlotte and Radford.
EC, let me jump in real quick. No, I hate to interrupt you, but real quick, we've got a celebrity in the chat. If anybody has a question, college basketball or NBA, see Najad, the counselor's in the chat. You can ask him. He'll answer it in real time. He says, I got kicked out of the early wedge, which is true. We kicked him off the show. He said, so I'm loitering here. Sia will be there. Any questions, let him know. EC, back to you.
Well, Sia, do you have any thoughts on Charlotte and Radford tonight? I have Charlotte minus 5.5, and I'm getting that at even money. Radford, I don't even know where that is. Virginia, maybe? This is their 3rd game in 3 days. The first went to overtime. They also have no legs. Charlotte had a day off in between their first and second game. Charlotte is covered in 7 of their last 9. This line started out at minus 3, which I like a heck of a lot more than minus 5.5, but I would play it up to about minus 7.5. I think Charlotte wins this game by double digits. So we're going to roll with that. Just looking at the net rankings, Charlotte 116, Radford 184. There's a difference between these two teams. And remember that Radford was an underdog 2 days ago to a team named Tarleton State, who finished 17-17. When you're an underdog, I don't care if you won in overtime or not, you're going to get blown out by a real team, and that's Charlotte tonight. And then finally, we're going to pick real teams, and that's Wisconsin and Oregon under 131.5 in the NIT. Now, Oregon is missing 3 of their top players once again, yet they've looked great in their first 2 games. They've held UC Irvine and UCF to under 60 points. Wisconsin, have you tried watching them? They're so boringly slow. So we're going under tonight. I think this game's played in the low 60s, under 131.5.
It's funny because somebody just said that's how they describe you when you're giving a pick out on the early edge in 5. Interesting.
Really?
Painstakingly slow.
Definitely not. Not true.
All right. Thank you, EC. Now, I've got one play. And you guys know that I'm an expert in a lot of different sports. I'm great at the NBA, golf. It's been phenomenal. But I'm also a baseball, all-state, all the way back in high school. All right? Not that long ago, but I was all-state. And I've been watching the World Baseball Classic. And it's been fun. The crowds have been fantastic. But I couldn't believe the number that Snake tipped me off to for tonight's Japan against the United States final. Japan's plus money, plus 138 is, I believe, the last number we saw. You got Shohei Ohtani, fresh to come out of the pen. You're coming off a fantastic, heart-wrenching win to get here. And the United States, Japan just beat Mexico. Mexico laid the United States out, and it wasn't close. So you're going to give me Japan plus money? Now, I understand many of you out there, you shredded buckets when he chose against the United States in the World Cup. Don't you dare think about doing that to me. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to listen to it. It's Japan. Tokyo is one of my favorite cities in the entire world. Tokyo Dome Hotel. You know how many times I've stayed there, EC? The Tokyo Dome Hotel. 5 times. 5 times. Do you know the 2 restaurants right across the street in Tokyo from the Tokyo Dome Hotel? Jaime?
McDonald's.
That's one of them. That's one of them.
I do. Why can't I think of it with the jacket? With the jacket.
Come on.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes,
No.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Did I get them both?
You got them both.
Dan, that is not what I was going to guess. That is not what I was going to guess.
You were. Joel says, Coach, you are dead to me. They're just roasting me for picking Japan. Bring it. Keep bringing it. I don't care what you say in the chat. Snake, get ready to block a couple. All right. Now, Jamie. We wasted enough
Appreciate
time.
it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, don't ruin I was getting ready to pump you up. I was getting ready to give you all but you know what? If you're ready to start, you go right ahead, sir.
I misread that pause there. I'm sorry, Coach.
But all right.
Yeah, I'm not worthy of the Maestro spot. This is strictly due to Brook Lopez. He's been carrying our picks lately at .com. Tonight, I got a pick that sort of goes against a little bit what Spector was saying. Not exactly. I think both can hit. I like the Kings tonight +5 at home. The Kings and Boston are both coming off of losses to Utah, and Boston is only winning, I think, 43% against teams that have a winning record above 55%. And Kings are 11-5 as at home as dogs. So I'm going to take that 5 points. Boston doesn't exactly look like the Celtics we thought they would be this season as of late. I think they're 6-5 in their last 11. So it's a little bit more about getting the 5 points at home with the Kings more than anything else. And I don't really trust Boston right now. So give me those 5 points. And then we're going to go over to Pelicans. CJ McCollum, points, rebounds, assists, over 33.5 going against the Spurs. The Spurs are hot garbage in every category you could think of. Points, rebounds, assists. And he's actually been rebounding the ball a lot as of late. I think he's hit his over in 7 of his last 9 in rebounds. And he could have a night where he could have over 33.5 in just points and assists, especially against the Spurs team. So give me CJ McCollum there. Unfortunately for everybody in the chat, Brook Lopez is not playing tonight, but I do think he plays later in the week, and we will be sure to get right back on that wagon until the wheels fall off and get this bread.
Oh, we know that you will. Zach in the chat says, let's get this bread. I didn't even know it was starting to spread like wildfire while my absence from the show. I've been keeping my eye on this show. Don't think that just because I wasn't here the last week that the three of you have not been on my radar.
Let me say this. I appreciate the shout out that I got on PGA Tour Live last Thursday. Thank you very much. That helped make up for a miserable rest of the day that I had. And then I got videos from you on Twitter that Friday morning trashing me, and then Saturday morning trashing. So thank you somewhat for your actions of the last week, I think.
He's lifting you up just so he can tear you down.
Exactly right.
Becky, that's kind of what we do. I'm trying to make a man out of him. By the way, Big Cheesy, on the morning show, he actually made fun of some of us. You know that CBS Sports HQ that comes up on March Madness. Pretty cool, right? But I'm not in the video, even though I literally was on HQ today and I hosted HQ last week like I always do. When they need star power, they call me, but I'm not in the video. So Big Cheesy was like, are you the B team coach? And now today he wants to come in here and talk trash again? Oh, no. He's got your back. He said, let's get the bread. If you type, let's get the bread, you are dead to me. Dead to me, I say. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Boy, it's good to be back. Here is the recap, courtesy of the Snake on the ones and the twos. EC, 3 big plays tonight. By the way, that CIB tournament has been kind of fun to watch, to be honest with you. Eastern Kentucky, Southern Utah, under 153. Then Charlotte -5.5. I cashed with them yesterday. They won by, I think, 10 or 12, so they're really rolling. Then Wisconsin, Oregon, under 131.5. That's late night, -115. Then also late night, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Celtics and the Kings. Jason Tatum, over 36.5. He's going to have a big night tonight. They need to start playing better. Everybody's only talking about the Bucks. The Celtics want you to know they're still alive too. Then Jaime, let's get that bread. Let's go. Kings +5. CJ McCollum over 33.5. PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. And then tonight, don't question me as an American. Just understand that my handicapping is next level. So I'm going against everybody else that's picking the United States of America. And I'm going with Japan on the money line +1 38. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. All of you that said, I am dead to you. All of you that said, I can't watch this show anymore. You'll be back tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. You'll be back tomorrow. By the way, EC, think about maybe a bracket thing because I need some juice tonight. I need something to happen tonight. So follow us on social media. Maybe we'll do something there. All right. With all that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these in 5 tickets straight to the pay window for my entire crew. Love them all. Jaime, the Speculator, EC. I am simply the coach. We're here every single day, multiple times a day on the weekdays. Don't forget, check out the early wedge. The PGA Tour event starts Wednesday, tomorrow. It's 5 days this week. Don't get shut out. All right? We got you covered. Remember what I always say, we grind for you so we can win with you. That's what we're all about here at the early edge, where sometimes, yes, sometimes we do it in 5. Good luck.